friends! As you know, Spindatt is actually a race car channel. It's just that the time between each set of race car content is so long that I fill the gaps with bicycle stuff. But today is race car stuff. You guys know my race car, this one. Remember the video where I was like, I've got a new exhaust on the way, like there's one coming, but it wasn't here yet, and the car was so loud that I actually took the time to like repair it, build one in my backyard with a bunch of different little pieces. Well, today we're replacing it with the proper new exhaust, taking off the one that I repaired, which is stock with the muffler removed. My interest in it is mostly because this is all stainless, and I know I'm not going to have to do it again for a long time, but we have this really cool opportunity to work with my friend Dave at CO Motorsports. He has a dyno, and we're going to see if a stock setup, like a completely stock Mark V Rabbit with a mildly repaired exhaust, actually gains any power from going to a, I think it's like a 2.5, like it's a mildly bigger exhaust, a couple less things in it. I very much expect it to be louder, but what I really hope is that it gives us an opportunity to get rid of some of these other warning lights. Honestly, I know how exhaust work can go, so I'm just gonna take a win right now, and I'm gonna get rid of the washer fluid one, and then that might be the win for this video. Nice. That's harder than it looks. That's my race car. This, I'm assuming, Dave, might be one of the lowest horsepower cars on this dyno ever?
No.
Really? What was, oh, was it a diesel?
I've had diesels on here that have made less power. I've had, you put me on the spot.
These are, what are these supposed to be stock? Like 174 or something like that?
Yeah, crank, which is only about 150 wheel.
This thing's got an engine code right now, I think from the bad exhaust, and needs an oil change. So I bet it'll be 147. What do you think?
I bet you it does 163.
Jeez. I did, however, Dave, I left it on quarter tank to keep it light, like so that it wasn't too heavy.
That doesn't actually work here.
See, like normal race cars, they don't have the plastic intake on them anymore, but I've kept mine just to keep this as stock as possible. And also I've done nothing to this car. It just makes it a little more difficult to get the clip thing for the dyno on the wire.
Good one. Good one. It's good. Race car guy.
Dyno run one. Dyno run one. Doesn't it sound sick?
Well, the 2.5 does sound amazing. What doesn't sound amazing? That's how long it takes. It's missing a turbo.
So funny, the other cars that are in here that actually make power when they do a pull, it's so violent. The car like lurches forward and comes back, and mine just kind of slows down.
149, 159.
Holy crap.
So we'll probably get a little bit more on the next run. I definitely am not doing fourth gear. It'll take 6 months to get to red line. So we did 3 runs. It did 149, 151, 150. Pretty much the same torque, 159. Have it, so Eric's going to put on the exhaust, and we're going to put it back on the dyno. See if we gained any horsepower in this thing.
I don't think we're going to. So this is what you guys didn't really get to see. This is like a newer piece that I bought many years ago, but then all the hole came in this area, and I put this together on my back, waiting for the new exhaust to get here. Dave wants me to do all this work, but it's not going super fast, so that's why you're seeing him actually do some work.
I'm like, yeah, is this car
He's like, cool,
ever going to leave here?
I'd like this to not be in my shop anymore.
Was there an exhaust leak there?
Okay, down pipe. Oh, I guess we have to drill out. Yeah, a bunch of the bolts broke, so we have to drill them out. I thought we were gonna start installing. We're not.
You're not. You got way worse work to do than unboxing something.
We'll do that later. Shoot.
The reality. Hey, race car.
Man, I'm pumped. I'd love for someone else to do this.
This a ticket talking margin for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I've been comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And this a ticket talking margin for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I've been comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And this a ticket talking margin for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I've been comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And this a ticket talking margin.
So as guessed, as expected, this took a lot longer than expected. So we're here second night. We were working crazy into, I don't know, Clayton and I were working on it. Everyone was here working on the car. Dave, Robbie, Clayton, me. And we still had probably 4 hours into it. And there was no way we were dynoing the car again. So I drove it home and had a laugh at all the noise that it would make. And then I drove it again today, and I was like, oh wow, it's like kind of super loud. But we're here again to actually see what the difference in power between the exhaust that I repaired, which you saw, and what we put on, which I probably didn't shoot enough video of, actually is. I don't think it's going to make any more power. I think it's probably going to make less for some reason. And we're gonna find out. We're gonna see what happens. It's so loud.
There you go, Spinny. 155, 165.
Whoa.
Look
That
at the torque.
much more?
You gained a bunch of torque.
Holy!
Pretty good.
Pretty good, right? Just on the exhaust mod.
What?
Power
Yeah, that's the
forward.
impressive part about this motor though, is the torque is like, here you go.
Instantaneous.
And it just stays consistent all. That's why this car is fun.
That's why these are amazing boosted.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do that. So yeah, kind of surprising to me, maybe not to anybody else literally in the world, the exhaust upgrade did indeed result in more horsepower and more torque. More than I expected anyway. I thought it would be more of a negligible number. If you want to know more about the numbers that popped up, I do suggest you go check out Dave and Clayton's channel, CO Motorsports. I'm not going to discuss the numbers, even though they were mentioned a little bit in this video. The car does make more horsepower, it does make more torque, but that is truly not the reason that I put this exhaust on. I needed an exhaust because mine was so rotten and falling apart that it only made sense that I go with something stainless, because I don't plan on getting a new car anytime, like literally anytime, and I would prefer not have my exhaust rot on me again. And that was the main driver of going with a full from manifold back stainless exhaust, so that I know it'll last for the life of the car that I own it. It's just kind of a fun experiment to see the real world change in numbers doing nothing but an exhaust. That just means the 16-year-old in your neighborhood with the loud exhaust truly probably is making a little bit more horsepower, and their justification for it is true, no matter how annoying it is. It is a little loud. We're gonna fix that with a resonator. We've already ordered it.